What's up, guys? Philip at Trade Genius. Wanted to cover an altcoin. We have not been covering much altcoin action lately just because the alt season just hasn't been back. But I think it's time to start looking. And I wanted to cover Ethereum Classic, and I'm going to get into several reasons why that's going to be something that you're going to want to probably look at long term. Before we do, just want to remind you guys that I have a summer special going, summer special number 1. And what we're going to do is in about less than 48 hours, this is going to expire. But it's a different special, marking it down. You're going to get the room access for $29 a month. This $299 is going to get you the annual membership for the software and the signals. Not only are we getting the crypto signals, but we're doing the binary option signals. Guys, we're 104 wins and only 6 losses on our Forex. Highly profitable. And a lot of guys that got into crypto service with us actually are actively trading the binaries because they're another way of making income. And that's what we aim to do every day at Trade Genius. So keep in mind that's open for less than 48 hours. So summer special number 1 at tradelikeagenius.com. All right, with that being said, let's jump into this ETC chart.
Trade Genius.
Okay, guys, so Ethereum Classic. So, I don't know if many of you quite understand, but real briefly, this is a fork of the Ethereum chain, and it happened when the DAO hack, if you will, happened, and a lot of money was stolen from that. And Vitalik Buterin basically had to tell everybody to stop trading it, and they had to reverse the hack. This is the unadulterated chain. This is the original Ethereum chain. Okay, so it's basically branched off into a separate project. It's a separate token. It's ETC versus ETH. ETC is Ethereum Classic. A different team. The team is pretty good at continuing the development of it. The team has grown in size, and so what this is, it is an altcoin play, but I don't think it's an altcoin play that's going to be like one of those projects that has a high probability of going to zero at some point because it's ultimately redundant. ETC has basically what they're trying to do in the immediate future is they want to achieve scaling through sidechain. So if Ethereum is looking like it's getting clogged up, they're aiming to try to address those scaling issues. So you still be able to run your projects in Solidarity, which is the Ethereum smart contract language. You could run it on Ethereum Classic, and they're also looking at aiming for the Internet of Things market, which I think is a huge market for a blockchain application. So you have multiple devices all connected on the internet. It's a huge vulnerability, but because of the numerous attack vectors that you have with these devices on the network. But with blockchain, you can then verify who should actually be talking to these devices cryptographically. So I think that's a really interesting segment of the market that they're looking to attack and to facilitate. So with that being said, let's look at the technicals of this. And what we have here is a huge volume node. I'm not going to get too technical on this. This is going to be a pretty easy one. You got a massive volume node here. All right. This is the accumulation. This is the sweet spot. And you can see where it's gone previously. Now, mind you, this was without any major listing or fiat on-ramp. Now what we have is Coinbase is going to list this as the next token. Most people were on the assumption that eventually they would list Ripple. That's not happening. That may never happen just due to the way they're looking at how they classify what is listable for Coinbase standards. So you have Ethereum Classic. They've verified this is going to be the next token that gets listed. And that's huge, guys, because whenever you have a fiat direct on-ramp, especially on a market as big as Coinbase, and keep in mind, they are with the banks, right? So they now have institutional custodianship services, so they're going to get a lot more cozier with the big money. And that's going to be a big plus as far as what's available to get at Coinbase. So that's a huge reason why you probably want to get speculatively long here, even though Ethereum Classic is an altcoin. And, you know, long term, will they survive? Hard to say. But guys, there's going to be another wave of influx bull market run here, and this has got all the reasons to get long on a speculative position. And I'm not talking a short swing trade here. I'm talking like, you know, swing it for the end of the year type trade. And this is getting into that real sweet spot. So on the daily, you got a big volume node here, and then if you look on the 4-hour chart, you'll notice that we're starting to retrace. So this move here, guys, this was all Coinbase listing news. So, you know, that was a decent move up. And now we're getting a retrace, which is great. I like buying retraces. As you can see, the Coinbase listing, you know, that was a nice 54% pop. And that's just getting started, in my view. You know, we've yet to see like the next leg up in the altcoin markets. Alt season looks like it's starting to see some inkling of a recovery, you know, and ultimately that's going to be chained to what BTC does. But this whole ETF thing has really seemed to have been the catalyst for changing the equilibrium. Sorry, can't talk today. Equilibrium of the markets as far as, and we definitely have a technical reversal on Bitcoin, so that might be the catalyst. But that being said, this is a sweet spot. You'll notice we have a volume node here, right there. So this fib zone, I don't know if you can see it too well, but it's the shaded area here. So this is going to be the retrace. So it came up and then it retraces. This is the fib buy zone up right in here. So that's the spot. This is going to be, if you can't read the prices, this is going to be somewhere in the 0.0023 and below area. All right. So I think that for a long-term swing, definite sweet spot for that. And like I said, you know, when we talk about these altcoins, I want to give you guys setups that I think are going to have a nice chance at getting a good return. Haven't been talking a lot. I think the last thing we covered was Binance Coin, and that ripped after we had it on the videos a couple months ago. So that was a good return, and I think we're setting up for something like that here. But anyway, thought I would share that with you guys. I think that's an interesting setup that caught my eye, and with all the fundamentals and with Coinbase, I think this is a good one to get long for a while on. All right, guys, well, that's it for this video. Again, check out those specials. It's not going to last for more than less than 2 days left on that, but really marked some things down there for you. So if you're interested in getting in the room and trading with us, and also those binary options, that's the way to do it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Please hit like and subscribe. We appreciate it so much. Take care.
Trade Genius.